If you are stuck on a cycle of wanting to lose weight, losing some weight and gaining it back, this video is not to be missed. I'm going to be sharing one of the key reasons I've seen this happen and how it played out in one of my clients. Now, if you see my hand moving, just know that that's because one of my dogs is standing right next to me and wants to be petted, and the other one is lying behind me. And hopefully they'll be behaving well as I'm recording this. I'm going to be sharing a little bit of what came up with one of my current effortless weight loss clients. So she's a client that came to me and she had in the past lost 30 pounds or so a couple of times, but the weight had come back. So evidently her body knows how to release the weight. She knows how to support her body to get it to release weight. But our focus working together now in effortless weight loss is to help her body release the weight, but also for her to be able to support her body to keep the weight off effortlessly. So her body knew how to release the weight, but there was something blocking her from keeping the weight off because it was returning. So when we delved deeper into things, we addressed safety, and that was a topic from last week's video. And we've also been looking at her choices and her behaviors, whether they're conscious or automatic, unconscious almost, and how they are meeting certain needs that need to be met. When my client was living by herself, she was able to choose the foods that she wanted and cook the meals that supported her and feed her the foods that she felt good feeding herself and supported her body to thrive. Then her living situation changed, where she was living with her son and his family in a joint home. When it came to living with the family, she was more lenient with her food choices and the food that she put in her body, often agreeing to kind of go along with what the rest of the family were choosing, not wanting to say no to family members that offered her certain food, not wanting to feel like she was being awkward or making an issue. And so deeper in, there's this need of wanting to be accepted, wanting to belong, wanting to connect, being fulfilled by her choosing to make these choices that she thought would please her family or keep her feeling safe, accepted and belonging in the family. We explore this with curiosity and compassion, knowing that all of her current choices were really supporting her to manage the best that she knows to meet the needs that she has in her current situation. And a big part of the process has been, how can she meet these needs of accepting herself and connecting with herself and curating this relationship with herself, alongside increasing the awareness and taking little baby steps, practicing making choices where she is saying what she needs and voicing it, realizing that it's safe and she can still be accepted by the family. She can still feel that connection and belonging with the family, even if she chooses what her body needs. And what she often found was that when she made a choice for herself, even though it felt really big to her to speak up and say something, her family didn't even notice as such, and everyone just carried on as normal. It wasn't even a big deal to anybody else, but to her it felt like it was huge and heavy. But just those little steps of choosing it more and more for herself, where she was letting her body know that it was safe to say what she needs and what she needs to support her body, and that she would still be accepted and still belong in the family, and allow that to be felt and experienced within the body. And now the energy behind her choosing what her body needs to release the weight and keep it off is shifting. And I'm super excited to see how things evolve for her as she continues on this journey. And I say journey because I truly believe that releasing weight is a calling to give your body and your mind, your spirit, more of what it needs and what it's truly desiring for. So yes, on the surface, it may feel like that you want to release the weight because you need to have that body, but deeper down, how do you want to be able to speak up for yourself? How do you want to be able to choose for yourself? How do you want to be able to live your day-to-day life? And this is why that, yes, while the physical component is really important, the actions that you take to release the weight, the actions that you take to support your body are important. What's also important is taking a whole being approach, including the mind and the spirit in this process. Because the physical actions alone, yes, while they can get you some results, they alone are not going to be enough to maintain the results. And our goal is always about getting the results and keeping them for good. Being open to this being a journey of you coming back to yourself, you coming back to your true authentic self, is such an expansive way of looking at this, and it truly supports you getting results that come and stay for good. If you found this helpful or useful at all, do check out our school community. The theme for the month this February is foundations, and we will be talking about more of these kind of topics the whole month. So check out the link in the comments below. See you next week.